I believe heaven on earth at its basis is equal to peace of mind for the masses. And the more that collectively all of us become capable to just naturally inhabit and sustain peace in our thoughts that trigger chemical actions and reactions emotionally in the body and how we react or respond in the world, as we accumulate through a root practice, which is a meditation, maybe it's a series of breathing practices, maybe it's the staff, twirling the staff, taking off your shoes in nature, hugging a tree, doing Reiki with yourself or another, whatever root practice, Tai Chi, Qigong, that allows you to connect mind, body, and spirit mindfully, consciously, activates the energy through the spinal center, the Sushumna, the chakras, and thus all the parts of us. But that spinal center is very, very important, and it is very important to have a root practice if we are interested in experiencing and sustaining peace of mind. Peace of mind is the way to heaven on earth. I have felt it. I know you've felt it at times. And often the world will tell us that it's completely impossible, and look at all the struggling and the strife and the violence and the war, and yes, that exists. That's a part of the dual nature of this reality. But it doesn't have to be your reality, no matter how much the television or the media tells you. And you might want to go ahead and turn that TV off while you're at it. Maybe. Depends on what you want to feed. And so with our root practice, what happens is as we begin to accumulate spiritual will through learning to sit, to be still, to connect with nature, to move with awareness, consciously, whatever that root practice is, it begins to create the accumulation of having that experience of peace, of being able to know what it feels like and reproduce it at will through our thoughts, through our actions, our words, and our deeds in this life, consciously. And as we do that, as we choose love, as we use the blessings bestowed from our spiritual practices, our root practices, our ability to choose love over and over and over again becomes greater and greater and greater, becomes easier and easier and easier to do. It becomes a second nature. And often what we realize is we've actually been taught how to react and respond in fear, through the lenses of fear. There's not enough time, there's not enough money, there's not enough support, there's not enough love, there's not enough food, there's not enough shelter, there's not enough whatever it might be, the things that keep you awake at night. And when we repetitively allow the thoughts that are fear-based and that cause our energy to shrink rather than to expand and relax in joy and happiness, we're feeding the tar body. So there's two bodies. There's the light body and the tar body. The light body is the blueprint of self-mastery. It is directly connected to your higher self and your spiritual will. The tar body, on the other hand, is directly connected to those aspects of the lower self and those parts of us that are connected and believe and have ingrained patterns of shame, of blame, of guilt, of pain, of sorrow, depression, despair, of hate, of fear, of anger, of rage, of jealousy, of all of those very, very polarized, very real third-dimensional aspects of self. With each thought, with each word, with each action, we're either feeding the light body, and so accumulating spiritual will, choose love over and over again, even in the face of our fears of those things that challenge us. But as we feed the tar body, through our thoughts, our actions, and deeds that are aligned with fear and that reinstate fear every step of the way, that feeds the tar body, that part of ourselves that is fearful and that is the blueprint of self-destruction.